Hi, I'm Mario. The topic for today's session is Introduction, Algebra, and Equations. This is suitable for you if you are sitting on IB MYP or IGCSE and O-level in Cambridge schools. Now, let's start with missing number. There is a blank box and we do -3 and we get 5. So what is your guess? Well, you can try some numbers and you will get that the answer is 8 because 8 minus 3 is 5. And how about the next one? We have a blank box plus 2, then we will get 6. Trying again with small numbers, well, you will get that the answer is 4 because 4 plus 2 is 6. And that's the basic of algebra. So we try to find the things that we don't know. In this case, it is empty box. Well, drawing empty boxes are quite tedious. It's quite tiring if you need to write over and over again. Also, speaking out loud, the empty box is also tiresome. So the agreement is we use a letter. Basically, you can use any alphabets that you want to represent the empty box. Now, take a look that from the previous, questions, you got that the x is 8. How did you do that? Maybe mentally, what you did is 5 plus 3 is 8. So that's why if 8 take away the 3, you get 5. And so does the thing down here. What you did is 6 minus 2, so you get that the y is 4. Well, your brain just subconsciously did this thing called inversing. So in order to get 8 and 4, mentally you move the -3 to the right equation into +3. And so for the +2, you did move to the right side becomes -2. And now we have a challenge here about 3 minus f equals to -2. Well, so we can play around with the box. So let's say I don't like the -f. What I'm going to do is I move that become plus f. So 3 equals -2 plus f. And now, because I want to get the f alone, I need to move the -2 to the left side, which inversing the sign into minus become plus. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. And now we get that 5 is f. And we can flip that into f equals 5. That's our answer. And going further, we can do that also on multiplication and also division. We have 3 multiplied by x becomes 12. And if you do it mentally, you know that 3 multiplied 4 is 12. In which we can say, x is 4. But how did we do that with the inversing? We can take a look at that later. And so now we have also a missing number that p divided by 8 is 4. Looking at our multiplication table, you can see that p will be 32 because 4 times 8. And that's what you did subconsciously. You did inversing again. So in order to get 4, you basically divide 12 by 3 because this is a multiplication. When you move it, it becomes a division. And so does p per 8 because it's divided by 8. If you move to the right hand side, it will be a multiplication. And now we have a challenge and we can do this together. So we have 5 divided by z and it becomes -20. So this is a division by z. I can move that into a multiplication. So 5 equals -20 multiplied by z. And now I want to isolate the z alone. So you can move the -20. It's a multiplication, so it becomes a division. So we have 5 over -20 is z. And if you tidy up, you will get the answer that z equals -1 over 4. In which you can also flip that into z equals -1 over 4. So we were talking about inversing, and this is something that's going on that we can do an undo equation or reverse BEDMAS. Well, it's not as simple as just multiplying or dividing as what we did. In here, we have a multiplication and subtraction, and after that, we'll get an answer. And how to work on that? Okay, if we take a look at the calculation down below here, you see that you're going to work on multiplication first, and then you're going to minus that. So I can write that the step 1 is a multiplication, and step 2 is subtraction. And now, in order to reverse of what we did, or we call it undo. So the last step is an addition. So now the first thing that we do, we take a look at the last step is subtraction. So the first thing that we need to do in order to undo that, the step one is we add them. And then the second step, because it's a multiplication, we do a division. And on this example, we can try that we do addition first, in which addition with 2, 5x equals 23 plus 2, which we get 5x equals to 25. And because this is a multiplication, now we inverse that with division. X equals 25 over 5, and we get that the x is 5, in which it is the same here down below. And here are two more questions for practicing undo. So in the first equation, well, we divide a number first and then we add. So reversing it will be we subtract them and then we multiply them. So we subtract by 3, in which we will get x over 4 equals 6 minus 3, and which is x over 4 is 3. Because this is a division, we can just invert it into multiplication. X equals 3 times 4, which is x equals to 12. For this equation, we have a lot to do. First, we multiply, and then we add, and then we divide. So now we need to inverse that into multiply, minus, and divide. So because it was divided by 6, now we need to multiply by 6. So 18x plus 3 equals 2 times 6. And 18x plus 3, it becomes 12. That's what we do. Now, we have plus 3, in which we need to subtract with 3. So 18x equals 12 minus 3. So 18x equals to 9. And now we have multiplication. It was from the earlier what we do, and we need to reverse that with division. So x equals 9 over 18, which means x is half, or 0.5. And here are more practice questions for you, in which you can send me your working and I will give you the answers. That's all for today's session. I know things might going pretty quick here because this is a review of what you have learned in case you want to prepare for exam. If you need more support in mathematics, definitely you can contact me for tutoring services. Let me know in which mathematical topic that I should make for the next video down below. See you!